Mike, go get the confidential thing.
Here.
Oh. And we, I guess we are live. I wanted to make sure everyone saw this. We have eCom. Okay, so on today's call, we are going to be giving away some confidential training. We're super excited about it. We have some great training. So what we're going to be doing today is the fellow ASM creator, Rich Henderson, is going to be going through the 5 key criteria for picking a product. But on top of that, we have this really cool download you're going to be able to get. We're going to give you instructions on how to do that very shortly. But first, we want to go through the training. Now, what's cool about this strategy is from one of our students, Paul Barron, who is a very successful Amazon student, a seller, who came across this really cool strategy for being able to find more products when you're looking for product research. And it matches, it jives perfectly with what we're teaching you here. So you're going to want to stay tuned to be able to get a hold of that. And as you know right now, the doors to the Amazing Sewing Machine version ASMX are open. They opened last Tuesday, or Wednesday I should say, and they are closing on Friday. So a reason why I want to stress that is Friday at 11:59 p.m. PST, we're closing the doors. That means any of the bonuses that we have available for you are going to be going away. So if we could share the screen really quickly. With ASM, you get the brand new 8-week online web class, including weekly coaching calls, the ASM Mentor Program, lifetime access to the Amazing Alliance private community, the private resource vault, and bonus number 1 is a product listing evaluation. Maybe explain real quickly what the product listing evaluation is.
Sure, yeah. So basically, when you get to the point where you've created your listing, we're going to have an expert go through it for you, point out things you might have done wrong, point out things you can do to enhance your listing. Because when it comes to selling on Amazon, like having a good converting listing is so important. And these experts, they've been doing this for years. And like I've had them look at my listings and tear my listings apart. So, it's an incredibly valuable bonus.
100% it is. The second bonus is the Business Builder Challenge, where you can learn about that when you go and check out theamazingsellmachine.com. It's a 6-month basically guarantee that we've got your back, meaning that you build this business, you do everything we say, and we've got you covered with a 6-month period. And then we've got another surprise bonus. We've got a surprise bonus we decided to do on this live call today that is going to expire at 3 p.m. Central today. But I'm not going to tell you about it yet. You've got to just hang on, because first of all, we want to deliver you the training that we promised you. So I'm going to have Rich take over right now and start walking you through this strategy.
Sure. So first of all, what you've got to understand, basically you're going to be looking for products on Amazon. And right now, there's millions of products out there. So because of that, it's very difficult to decide what's a good product, what isn't. And we've developed what we call the ASM criteria over the last 6 years. And basically it narrows down the entire field so that you know whether a product's good or bad. And the most important thing about products when you're first launching a product is, well, there's 2 things. First of all, you want enough sales volume. In other words, when you launch a product, when it goes live, there's enough sales to make it worthwhile. At the end of the day, if you launch a product that's got no demand, no one wants to buy it, you're going to go nowhere. So that's the first thing. And the second thing is that we want to ensure your competition isn't too high. And that's what the ASM criteria is all set up to do. So basically, it narrows down your field of products, but it also makes sure that when you choose a product, it's both there's enough sales volume, so you'll make a lot of sales, and also low enough competition so that you're not having to fight too hard, to get to the top of the rankings and make sales. So the first criteria is actually the best sellers rank. This is how, the easiest way of explaining this is how Amazon rank products on Amazon in terms of demand, in other words, in terms of number of sales. So the product that's making the most sales in any category has the number 1 BSR in that category. And then as the numbers go down, it's got less demand. The next one is price. This one again is self-explanatory. And don't worry, I'm going to show you examples of all of these things. So the price, we want to make sure that when you launch your product, you're getting enough money. In other words, that your profit margin's high enough. Because if you launch a product and you've got a very low price, then your profit margin is going to be non-existent, and it doesn't matter how many sales you make. I just jumped 2. I do apologize if I jump ahead. My screen shows a delay, so I actually don't see that, which is totally messing with my brain. Mike's been laughing here for the last half an hour.
We all have.
Yeah. So reviews, that's actually the next one, right? And then I'll get to weight in a minute. So reviews, that's, again, it's simple enough. It's the number of reviews a product has. Generally speaking, products that have been selling longer and more, have made more sales, will have more reviews. So this is what we use to keep the competition, keep your competition level low enough so that you compete. And then weight, thank you, Jason, for going back one. It's so kind of you. I'm also useless with computers, which makes it amazing how I managed to succeed with this business, but there you go. So then you've got weight. Weight, this is about your profit margin, basically. So if you've got a very heavy product and you might be shipping it, say you're shipping it from China to the Amazon warehouse, and then Amazon then are sending that out to the customer. Well, if it's a heavy product, then your shipping costs are going to be higher. So you have to factor that in when you're looking at your profit margin. So again, we've got a guide on exactly how much weight, how heavy it should be. And the last one is, it did it again. I was like, looking at it. I know. It's blowing my mind. I should look, right, I'm not going to look at you anymore. Sorry, it's not that I'm rude. I'm going to look at the screen. So private label potential is essentially, can you take the product and make it your own? Can you take it, put your own labels on it and that kind of thing? And again, it's pretty straightforward and I'm going to show you examples, don't worry. So before we get started with the criteria, we use something called the search string. And again, it's like there's millions of products on Amazon. So we've got the criteria to narrow down that list. And then what we use the search string for is to speed it up. Because if you don't use that, you have to use like what we call a keyword. In other words, you have to put a term into Amazon search. And then that, like, you're only going to get results for that. The search string basically means that you get almost all the products in a category showing up that you can go through. So you're not restricted. And it's simple enough. It's the minus symbol followed by 8 or more random letters that don't make up a real word. So we'll take a look at that. So that's the search string you can see on your screens right now, right at the top. And basically you put the search string into the Amazon search and you can select the category on the left. I've just chosen home and kitchen, but you can choose other categories if you wish. And this is the results it gives you. So it gives you like thousands, I can't quite see, what is it, like 90,000 results. Here's the thing with Amazon, they don't tell you how many results are there. There's far more than 90,000 in kitchen and home, way, way more. There's probably more than 1 million. But it shows you these, and because of the way this search string works, it's roughly showing you them in order of BSR or demand. So again, it makes it easier because as you're working your way through the pages, you know that slowly but surely things are going to get less competitive. And so, how do I go back one? There we go. So one more thing I want to say in here. So when you get to this point, all you're going to be doing basically is opening up products in a new tab and looking at them. I'll show you exactly what it looks like. So that you look at them and you see what their BSR is, what their weight is, what the reviews are, what the price is, to see if it matches the criteria. If it does, you save that, and that's possibly going to be a potential product for you. So if we move forward with BSR, so bestsellers rank, we suggest it like between 400 and 6,000. The reason for that is, again, if you go lower than 400, things start getting really competitive. And we want you to be able to launch a product without having to give away too many products, drop your price, and basically generally just fight for your right to sell. Is that a song?
Just about to yell to party! Yeah.
Well, yeah, we'll stick with party. But anyway, so, you want it to be, you don't want to be, for your first product especially, you don't want to be fighting too hard with your competition. As you get more experience, it becomes easier. So we're going to use this makeup mirror as an example the whole way through this, because this makeup mirror actually matches every single criteria. But we're also going to show you ones that don't, just so that you know where to look and what does and doesn't match. So you basically, all you need to do is scroll down for the BSR, scroll down to product details. You can see the arrow pointing here to the Amazon bestsellers rank. And this one's 636 in beauty, which is fine. It's more than 400. For some reason I thought it was 436, but it's 636 in beauty. So it's within our range. It's from 400 to 6,000. But if we look at this vacuum flask, you can see straight away it's not viable. It's 21 in sports and outdoors. 21 in a top level category is crazy competition. Like we're all look here right now, we've been doing this 5-6 years. We're probably not going to go after something that competitive ourselves. So for a first product, for a new seller, we just don't recommend it.
And I just want to hit on a point there. That's a really strong point. It's not that you eventually don't, and maybe you have the resources. If you're already with a company and you have like more resources and assets to be able to invest, The problem is if you're just trying to get ramped up, if you want to really compete in top markets like that, you got to come in with a lot of inventory, a lot of marketing budget to be able to push it. That's why we have you back down to the 600? 400 to 6,000, because those are products with a reasonable budget you can get in and start competing. And then as you're growing, establishing yourself, absolutely, that's when you can get the confidence to be able to go for those more aggressive products. So
perfect. No, absolutely perfect. Oh, what was that I should have said? What does Mike say all the time?
Absolutely.
Yes, so then we'll move on to price. So again, this is pretty self-explanatory, but it should be between $17 and $70. And again, this is, you can go below $17, but the cheaper the product is, the odds are your profit margin is going to get squeezed too much. And you want to have a decent profit margin. We recommend at least 25% and above, but you want that profit margin so that you've got, that you're actually making decent money instead of like fighting all the time with having to sell hundreds of products as opposed to maybe 10, 15 a day.
And with that idea of the $17 to $70 where he said at least 25% profit margin, I would say that is one of the biggest mistakes people make, and probably a huge reason for some people failing, is they don't pay enough attention to the math of the product. You need to be disciplined enough to continue searching until you find that product that gives you that profit margin, because with a better profit margin, what that does, that's not just more money in your pocket potentially, but it's more money you can reinvest in marketing and all of those things to get your product ramped up, especially when you're starting. So do not go under $17, and in fact, I'd recommend you go higher, the $30, $40 mark minimum, but it depends on the opportunity. So I just wanted to stress that.
No, absolutely absolutely. Spot on. And also, but you do need to bear in mind also that you're going to have the budget too. So you need to bear the two things in mind. And that's where we got that $17 to $70. That's like, we call it a sweet spot. And the range has moved around a bit over the past 6 years, but literally for the last 18 months, 2 years, this is where it seems to be. So, that's why we're using it.
We used to actually start down around $9 when we recommended this, but just things have changed so much. Now, before you go to the next slide, I just want to remind people that might have just come on live that in a few minutes, we're going to be giving away this download where you're going to be able to get this new strategy that we have that a student of ours, Paul Barron, has a very successful business himself, created for us to be able to share, and it complements this strategy we have right here, and it gives you more ways to find opportunities to start selling. It's really, really cool. So you're going to want to hang around to be able to get that.
No, absolutely. It is really cool. I had a look at it myself this morning. So you'll see here, and I don't know why I'm pointing my screen, but it's $17.84, so it's within our range. And that's the mirror again. But if we look at this kitchen timer, right, not viable, and if you look at the price, $7.59. I actually said to one of the video guys this morning, it's like, Michael, to give him a proper shout out, I have no idea how these people make money. At $7.59 with the costs and like getting it to the Amazon, like I just don't know how you can do it.
So true.
So it's like crazy, but maybe they're buying, 10 million units or something, I don't know, but it's too low. You want to be starting at $17. So reviews.
And that's a good point. I'm sorry, but that's exactly what we're talking about with these price points. Like for someone to make that work, they probably have like 10,000 units minimum in inventory, maybe even more, because when it's a small unit like that, if you can afford to buy lots and lots, that gets your prices right down. But most people don't have that luxury when they're just starting out. And another reason why this criteria is so important for your first product. We're not saying you can't do these other things once you're established and selling on Amazon. We're telling you to get started. Listen to us. We've been teaching this a long time now, and our goal is to get you results. So just knocking you up there, buddy.
Absolutely. Mike, I'm going to kill you later. So reviews. Now, reviews, it's another very important criteria. I mean, this is all about competition. If you have products that have a gazillion reviews, then it's going to be so hard to compete against them and catch up. So we recommend the reviews should be under 1,000 for a product. As long as you're under 1,000, you will have a reasonable chance of being able to compete with them and possibly outsell them too. And to find the reviews, it's normally under the title. What you will notice is I'm showing you different products and they have a different layout. And that's just because Amazon in different categories show products a different way. But you can see the arrow pointing it here, 717 reviews. So again, that's fine. It's within our range. It's under 1,000. But if we look at this spiralizer, and the spiralizer is actually inside ASM, we actually have an entire lesson on products to avoid. This is one of them. And you can one of the reasons is right there. It's got almost 10,000 reviews. It's insanely competitive. And because of that, in ASM, we try to make sure that you don't go after anything that's just going to like crush you and make it hard for you. So you follow that lesson, and we just get rid of all the products that can, you know, cause you problems. And then we get to weight. Again, it's simple. It's under 5 pounds. But bear in mind, the lighter it is, the better, really. Because the lighter a product is, the cheaper it's going to be. Because it's light, you'll also be able to probably air ship it, which again, and we'll be covering this, I think, on Monday or Tuesday when we talk about suppliers. But it means that it's much easier to ship and it's much cheaper. So that when you look at your profit margin, you know, you're not having your cost eaten up. And if we look at an example, so this is our mirror, it's basically £1. I've got a funny feeling it might even be less than that, but they're saying £1. So that's no problem whatsoever. That's a really good weight. But this ice cream maker, as much as I'd like to sell these, because I like to test them myself, but it's like 10.8 pounds. I need to get glasses. Which is like, it's an insane weight to have to be, you know, to be shipped around the world. It'll have to go by sea, and it will be very expensive. Now, that's going to cut into your profit margin, and we keep going on about profit margin because it's so important. There's no point in selling products if you're going to like work really hard to sell them and then you don't make profit. So that's one of the keys when it comes to weight, is like watch your profit margin really closely, stick below 5 pounds, and if possible, the lighter the better. And then private label potential. This one is a weird one, but it's actually quite straightforward when you think about it, because you should be able to add your own branding to the product. So in other words, we mean you can get a product, you can have it made for you, you can put your own label on it, you can call it yours, you know, becomes part of your brand. The mirror is really simple. I should have taken a more zoomed in picture of this, because if you look at the base of the actual mirror itself, you can see like a little tab. That's actually their brand name, and they've had it put on the mirror. So it's really simple. It's a generic product, and they just slapped a sticker on with their brand name, and it's their product. They branded it. An example of not something you can't, an iPhone. Like you can't go and source an iPhone and call it the J phone. Oh, actually, I kind of like it. The J phone, you can't do that, right? It's not viable. You're not going to be able to produce that product as your own.
You know, not only that, it's complicated. Like when you're starting, you want to start with simple products that you don't have to be learning about, you know, dedicating so much time to dealing with customer support issues because there's technical issues. You really want to start with a simple product that really just does what the customer wants it to do. When you start getting into all of these things and trying to like create a complicated product, you're trying to learn a new system plus trying to service a product that you don't even know if you're going to be able to support. It's just madness. So you don't want to do that.
Yep, absolutely. Keep it simple. And then, so that's basically how you do the search. So you use the search string, you open up products in a separate tab, you look at them, you check the BSR, you check the price, you check the reviews, you check the weight, and you make sure that you can, you know, that it's a product that you can make your own. But then it comes like, it's not difficult. You know, it's relatively easy, but it is very, very time consuming. And in the ASMX training, it's far more advanced than what we're showing you here. It's, you know, there's a lot more to it. There's an entire module on just selecting your product. And we use 7 criteria. Now you might think, well, if there's more criteria, doesn't that make it harder? Doesn't that make it slower? It actually doesn't. It actually increases it, the speed. So it makes selection faster and a lot easier. And then we take it a step further, and automation is the key. It's the key for so many things in business, but especially with this. So it's not just about the criteria and the training. With ASMX, you get a free 6-week trial of an absolutely phenomenal product selection tool. It makes everything so simple. It basically automates virtually every step of the process. So it just makes it easier. You combine that tool with the training you're going to get, and finding products becomes so much easier. You
know, that's so powerful, because it's not, you know, if you just blindly use a tool and just put in criteria and have no idea what the tool's doing, it's not a it's a dangerous tool, because you might make the wrong decisions. But when you understand everything that goes in behind it and how to do it manually, then using the tool itself speeds up the process, and you're an expert user on it. So yeah, it's a really powerful gift.
It actually, and the reason I love it especially is because we started using it 2 years ago, and it made my job a lot easier.
Yes.
Like seriously, like I'm a pretty lazy person when it comes to it, but like it just made my job easier because it makes it so much easier for all the members too. And
And that's
That's
it.
it.
So,
You know,
right.
it's that straightforward, really.
So that's an awesome, awesome training session. And I want to remind everyone we're about to give you some confidential information that you're all going to get a download. But before we do that, I want to talk about a special bonus I have for you. And you're very lucky if right now you're on this call or if you watch this before 3 p.m. today. Because next Friday, as you know, we're closing the doors to ASM. The doors close Friday at 11:59 PST. And you want to join right now to be able to take advantage of the brand new 8-week online web class, the ASM Mentor Program, lifetime access to the Amazing Alliance, the private resource vault, the bonus of the product listing evaluation, the bonus of the Business Builder Challenge. Plus, if you sign up today before 3 p.m. Central using our special link we get, you're going to get the bonus of a hot product opportunity evaluation by one of our in-house experts, plus a free 30-minute coaching call to go over the hot product opportunity. Now, what I'm telling you here is we're giving you a proven system combined with direct coaching from a successful Amazon seller, and that is extremely powerful. What you're going to get is a proven expert to look at your final 3 opportunities to help make sure your final choice your final choice will become your first profitable product. They're going to look at it, analyze it, and make sure you're doing everything right, that you've picked the right product. And to even make it better, they're also going to give you a 30-minute coaching call where you can follow up with them, sit down, talk to them, and make sure you understand everything, whether it's to do with the product evaluation or maybe it's to do with some other part of your business. But this is a perfect combination bonus that when you're going through trying to figure out what opportunity, you get a free product evaluation, making sure that when you got your 3 opportunities, you give it to them, they're going to analyze it and tell you yes, no, and here's the reason why. And then you're going to get a free 30-minute coaching call with them to go over that information and ask anything else you want about the business.
Can I just jump in there? And the really important thing there to realize is when you get through the ASM course, through that first module, you're going to have those 3 hot opportunities. And they're all viable. They're all good opportunities. And so what often happens is someone will get to that point and literally, like, what's it called when you can't make a decision?
Indecisive.
Yeah, that'll do. That's not what I was looking for, but yeah, you literally, you're stuck. Paralysis by analysis.
Oh, analysis
you're looking
by paralysis.
Paralysis.
Yes, you got it. Yeah.
But like, so, and you're looking at them and it's like, oh, yeah, that one. And then you're like, no, I want that one. Oh, maybe this one's going to be better. So actually having a real, true, proven expert to go through those 3 for you, it's invaluable. It makes it like, it takes that away from you. They will literally go, so this one's probably better because of this. And often that's all it takes. It just needs someone to like give you that little nudge.
100%. And to get this, you must sign up. So this is a labor-intensive bonus. This is not like something we can just give away for everyone. We don't have enough resources to be able to do that. So we're limiting it today. You have to sign up by 3 p.m. Central Time today. So that's an hour and 38 minutes about from today. And to do that, you want to go to asmnow.com/getbonus. Again, that's asmnow.com/getbonus. Now, if you go to that page, if you click on that link and go to asmnow.com/getbonus, and you see this bonus hot product evaluation plus 1 30-minute coaching call, then you're golden. You can sign up, you still have time. If, however, that disappears from that page, it will not work. And there's nothing I can do about it. That means at that time that it's sold out, the bonus is gone, and you have missed out. So you're gonna wanna sign up right away. Now, if you've already signed up and you're on this call and you have a different bonus, I'm sorry, we can only do certain bonuses on different calls, but if you wanna swap bonuses, contact support and we can talk. However, if you want this right now and you're not a member yet, sign up now with this link, asmnow.com, get bonus, and you're going to get the included hot product evaluation plus 1 30-minute coaching call. You know, many people just like you have achieved lives of freedom starting right where you are today with the Amazing Selling Machine. We talk about Galia and Andre, who said, we decided to start ASM because we wanted to have the freedom to travel, work from anywhere in the world, and be able to do what we love. And I've recently talked to them on Facebook as well, and there's more to this story. It's actually a beautiful story. Galia suffers from headaches, and they moved here from Romania, and they had some struggles. And because of ASM, their business is growing. Her fiance, her partner, is getting ready to be able to quit his job, and they're creating a life of freedom because of the Amazing Selling Machine. And then we have more people. We have Anika here who says, getting into ASM, I no longer had to choose between family and career because, hey, that's the opportunity. I can do both and I'm no longer time restricted. We have Michael Etze who says, I bought the house of my dreams. How incredible could that be if you had a business that allowed you to have the house of your dreams? Then we've got Devin and Katie saying, it's been life-changing. They're talking about traveling and doing all these amazing things because of this business.
Galia's online.
Oh,
She's
Galia.
online. Galia, hey.
Awesome. Glad to have you on here. Then we've got Nate McHenry who says, we just got to take an adventure in Maui together, which was super fun. And all of that is because of what ASM has provided. We've got Theron Andrews, who for the first time in really about 5 to 6 years, I enjoy getting up and going to work because I'm working for myself. Tatiana says, I was able to quit the job I did not enjoy doing. My business is just flourishing because I started with ASM. You've got Pat Mann who says, I reached my goal. Ann Ferris, who we've heard from so much lately. I hit my goal within 9 months in selling on Amazon, and this last month she did $86,000 in sales.
She hit 90. She messaged me last night. I hit 90,000.
That's awesome. So she's just exploded. And you got Jenna and the name is, well, Travis and Jenna Ziegler.
Oh my God.
I've got to fix that.
Sorry, Jenna.
Yeah, they sold their optometry clinics and now just run their business on Amazon, making millions a year and allowing them to travel the world to be able to provide eye care to people less fortunate. They were just in Mexico. I talked to them just on 2 days ago. And then now they're heading to Jamaica to provide more eye care, and they fund it themselves. Like they do that through this business that they've been able to create on Amazon. It's just phenomenal. And then there's so many more. You see here we have Kenny Davis. He quit his job. You've got just all of these people. It's been life-changing. The business has changed our lives. We've traveled the world last year. You know, you want to join now before time runs out. You get the 8-week online web class, the weekly coaching calls, ASM Mentor Program, the Amazing Alliance private community, the private resource vault, the unconditional 30-day money-back guarantee that does not start until next Saturday. So if you join right now to be able to get those bonuses, you're getting a whole 7 extra days to be able to try everything out, get involved, start asking questions, and you get an extra 7 days because the guarantee period does not start until Module 1 launches next Saturday after we close the doors. And the reason we close the doors is because that allows us to just hyper-focus on everyone that joins right now. We don't let anybody in. We close them for a while, and we just focus on getting everyone in. And the reality is when we close the doors too, all these bonuses go away. So you get those bonuses of the exclusive time-limited bonus of the expert listing evaluation. You get the exclusive time-limited bonus number 2 of the ASMX Business Builder Challenge. And for those lucky enough to be watching this right now before 3 p.m. Central Time this afternoon, you get the hot product evaluation plus 1 30-minute coaching call. You know, these are very time intensive. I want to remind you of that. And that's why there's only a limited amount. So if you don't sign up now, you don't use that link now, you're going to miss out on that bonus. So with all that said, let's open it up for questions for just a few minutes. And then
I'll have to open up.
Yep. Because one of the things I wanted to address, and I see this question come up, a few times, is, I wanted to mention about the 8 weeks with ASM. So when we say the module, it's an 8-week online web class, all that means is we rolled it out over 8 weeks. But after those 8 weeks, you still have access to everything. And in fact, something else you get with ASMX is you get lifetime updates. So what that means is if you join today, when our next version, because every 6 months we update everything, and we're constantly updating it, but we make sure it's always updated. When the next version of ASM, you get it for free. That means a year from now, if something happened, you had to pull away. You want a 6-month round-the-world vacation. Yay. 6 months from now, you're like, oh no, I got to pull away. Well, don't worry. When you come back in, you'll still have access to the latest training. We are here for you. We support you. Everything's recorded. Our goal is to help you create a life-changing business. That's what we do. Our plan is to help you. Everything's rolled out to help you achieve a 6-figure-a-year business within 6 months. Now, there's so many variables that will depend on how you get there, but based on the training, if everything works out, that's how we've planned it. We can't guarantee that that's going to happen, but that's how we planned it. And you see many of these. We've got Galia, we've got Ann Ferris, just 2 recent students who are far exceeding how that plan was designed. is a business opportunity that can change lives, I promise. Invest in yourself. Take that risk. Jump in. Make sure you talk with the mentors. Talk with the community. Check the training out. There's a 30-day money-back guarantee where it's no questions asked. You could just go in, see what's going on, see if it's like, hey, yeah, this works for me or it doesn't work for me. You'll know. You'll be able to go through 4 weeks of the training absolutely free. And at that time, you'll know whether or not this is for you. All right, with that being said, one more time, asmnow.com, get bonus before 3 p.m. today or the bonus will be gone.
So Mike has actually Skyped me a couple of questions that came up, and the first one is, don't we need to pay attention to keywords instead when picking a product? The answer there is really simple, no. So what we do is we're taking all the keywords out of the equation right here. We use keywords later on when we're getting traffic, when we're running ads, but for selecting a product, keywords really, all they do is confuse the issue. So we take that out of the equation and we basically, as I said, we want you to have a product that makes enough sales and has low competition. And keywords don't really help when it comes to that. And the second one is, how much do we need to spend in addition to the course? So it's going to vary depending on which product you choose. A ballpark figure we like to give. I win, Mike.
I've been snorting lately. That sounded bad. I mean, when I laugh. Yeah, this is going downhill. There we go.
Yeah, right. Okay. Yeah. So the ballpark figure is basically you're looking at basically getting your inventory. The cost of buying your inventory and getting to Amazon, you can look at something between $1,000 and maybe $3,000. But it totally depends. We teach you how to negotiate with suppliers to get the price down. We teach you how to get lower amounts. So you don't have to order too many products. But as a general rule of thumb, it's $1,000 to $3,000. But we have had incredible success stories start with less.
Absolutely. I wanted to remind everyone, so Michael, if you could bring the page up for us here. So we promised you this download, this confidential download. So if you comment with the word download, just the word download, you don't need quotes around it, just the word, type in the word download as a comment, you're going to get access to this strategy, this confidential strategy we have that's called the Amazing Brink. I realize it's the Amazing Brick
and
Mortar Product Research Method. So apologize for that, but we will move that slide now. There we go. Yeah. So you're going to want to click download in the comment, and we're going to send this to you. So you'll notice, so once you put the word download, you'll get a messenger bot. So in Facebook Messenger, a message will come up. And if those of you that are watching on YouTube, actually, I will do this for you. Once this call's over, I will get a link for you, and we will put it in the description area of the YouTube video. So if you're watching here on YouTube as well, we'll be able to get you this too. But for those of you on Facebook right now, put the word download. I see a bunch of people putting it in there already. And we will send you a copy of this strategy. It's a very detailed strategy, pictures and everything. All right, we're seeing miracles.
Paul Barron just said he's downloaded it. Really, Paul? And Ben DeVries says he loves Jason. Not me, apparently, just Jason.
Well, of course not. Well, I seen Athena said she loved you, so it's all equal.
I'm okay then.
All right, so let's ask a couple more questions here, and we're going to be closing this off.
Okay, so we've got another question, and this one actually comes from YouTube, so we're not ignoring you guys. If you don't live in the US, do you need to set up an LLC to sell in the US? The answer is no. So we take you through all this because it can be complicated depending on where you live, but generally speaking, you don't need to set up an LLC to sell in the US. You can sell under your own personal name, even if you're living in the UK or Germany or Romania or a bunch of other countries. Now, there are some countries a little bit more difficult, but we take you through all that. We literally walk you through exactly how to get set up depending on where you live. And I'm just trying to see here. Oh, Mahmood just said, you guys are amazing and I can't wait to join ASM and build my business. Thanks for that.
Ben just said loves you too, Rich. So there.
Oh, Ben, you made my day. And
so now we know Ben's a liar.
Now we got a comment from Mike. This could be dangerous. What? Now we know you have to beg for love from Ben. That's what it is. So many people are typing download to get the awesome download that I can no longer find any more questions. Love, Mike.
Excellent. Right on. So reminder, so until 3 p.m. today, 3 p.m. Central, it's 1:33 right now on this beautiful Saturday, October 13th. We're here in downtown Austin, Texas. You have until 3 p.m., so another hour and a half to be able to get access to the incredible bonus for the hot product evaluation plus 1 30-minute coaching call by using this. By the time, if you go to asmnow.com/get-bonus and it doesn't tell you that you get that bonus on the page anymore, it's gone. Sorry, time out. So it's either going to be by 3 o'clock or before they're all sold out.
I do see quickly one more question,
Sure.
and I can't actually, it's Humberto, I think is your name. What is the real, whoa, it moved. What is the real profit potential in selling on Amazon FBA?
Oh, wow.
So this is the beautiful thing. It's basically unlimited, but the reason I want to answer that question is that you've got to have your own goals. Like, if your goal is to make millions, then if you work hard, you can do it. If your goal is just to make some part-time money so that you can spend more time with your family, then you can do that. It's literally whatever goal you want. We talk a lot in the training, and especially on the ASM calls that you'll get when you join, about your reason why. My answer really, in general, when people say, what can you do with this business, is you can achieve your why. You know, whatever your why is. Mine was to travel the world. Mike's was to spend more time with his kids. You know, it's like you can achieve your why. So the profit potential, we can't put a number on it. We've got people that are making $5,000 a month that are insanely happy about that. And then we've got people making, you know, ridiculous numbers every month. So it's the potential is there for you to do what you want to achieve your why.
You know, no, that's a great point. Like, it's to get started here, the thing is you can't have blinders on and be bullheaded. If you're going into this and saying, I know what product I'm selling, I'm doing this product no matter what, and the profit potential is not there, it's not going to work. Like, profit potential really comes in, and that's the whole thing, is we give you the calculations when looking for a product. If you want, like, we show you like how to make sure you're going to have a profit potential in there. Because if you're doing all this research and that's part of the criteria, and you go through it and all of a sudden you realize, I love this product, but it looks like I can only make 15% profit, that's going to kill you. But if you see another product that it's like, well, it's related to that niche, so maybe I could get to that product later, but this one has like a 35% profit margin, you want to go for that one, because then you can reinvest in marketing, you can reinvest in inventory, like you can use that profit to grow your business. But if you're just nickeling, like literally, if you have a business that is getting less than 20% profit margin, it's going to be hard to grow. It's going to be a very slow growth, because how can you reinvest? All you're doing is getting your money back with the 20% profit margin, so you can only buy a little bit more inventory every time. You can't really invest too much in advertising, but yet when you have that higher profit margin, you can do so much. And it's just as easy to find products with good profit margins as ones without. It just takes a little bit more digging, that's all. So while I said that, one more time to remind everyone, this confidential download that everyone gets for free, this is completely free. I seen someone said, do I have to pay for that? Nope, this download is 100% for free. Now you get a digital copy of this. We wanted to have a fancy smancy printed one to be able to show. I can't believe I just said that. I can't believe I just said that. So, but here's the download, but you get a digital version of this one. It's multi-page, like it's super, super detailed, lots of photos, very powerful, and it's something actually kind of cool. You can go out, you know, if you want to go out to the mall, go walking around stores, use this strategy to start figuring out other products. Super powerful. Now, with that being said, I don't think we have any other questions, do we?
No, just Paul Barron prattling on as normal.
Very cool. Well, Paul's just happy. He's sharing. You know, Paul's a student of ours. He's very successful. This has been life-changing for him. I know Ben DeVries as well. He's on this call. You know, him and his wife now just bought an RV. They're traveling the world because they just use their internet to run their business. So many people, so many students of ours are being able to live those lives because, you know, it's not, that's where freedom is. Freedom doesn't mean that you're guaranteed going to be a millionaire. We're not saying that at all. In fact, we don't really recommend focusing on the money. Focus on the why, because you usually need a lot less money than you think you do. You know, you don't need to be making millions and millions and millions to have freedom just to be able to work from home. You know, and that's the thing. What do you want? Like, do you want to stop having that drudgery of that commute? You know, I love driving. I have a beautiful car. I love to drive. I don't like traffic. I don't like to be in my car sitting there, you know, and that drives you nuts. Maybe that's your reason. Or maybe you just want to see your own product on a shelf in a store. That's super cool. Or maybe you have a passion to serve a certain niche. Or maybe you want to be able to travel, or you want to be able to spend time with your kids. Whatever your reason is, know that reason, think about that reason, and always put that reason in front of you when you're going through this, because it'll propel you, it'll give you the how. You'll figure out the how when you know the why. You know, a good friend of ours, John Gill, he gave this example, which I think is super powerful. If you're standing on top of a building, you know, and I said to you, hey, let me put this 2x4 between this building and that building, and I'll give you $10 to go and walk across it. You know, unless you're crazy, I think, you know, you would all say no. But now if that building over there was on fire and a loved one was on the roof that you had to go get, how quickly would you run across that? When your why is big, your how is how you figure it out. So know your big why when you do this. Don't just say like, I'm gonna be rich. No, know your why so that you can every day, because when road bumps will happen. And this is why the mentors and the community in ASMX are so powerful. Because when you have those road bumps, sometimes you're just gonna be like, it's not worth it. But when you know your why, isn't it worth it to be able to spend time with your kids? Isn't it worth it to be able to have that dream home? To have a little bit of anxiety right now where you're going through this struggle, where all you have to do at this moment is go into the community and ask for help. When you have your why, it makes that road bump feel like nothing but a pebble, because you're able to just propel yourself right over it. Did I call it a road bump again?
No, you got it right.
Oh,
we were smirking at each other.
Yeah. I have my own Canadian made-up lingo. You know, I can't even say that word. There we go. And this shows you anyone can do this business.
Yep.
Yes.
I can't use a computer. He mixes his words up. Like, we can do it, you can do it. I just saw Ben DeVries. He says, our why was to travel in our RV and make memories with our kiddos while they are still young and we're still cool to them. Yeah. So that's a perfect example of a why. It's not, I want to make X amount so I can buy an RV. It's the experience of traveling in that RV with their kids.
100%.
Yeah. So there are a couple of other questions. I've got one here very quickly. Please tell me about global selling and product sourcing. So the easiest answer to that is keep an eye out for our live sessions, because that's quite an involved question, but we've got an entire live session covering that. So if you keep a lookout for our live sessions, we will be going into more detail. Mike is actually going to be doing, I think, product sourcing on Monday. So we do keep you informed, but don't forget, like, it's all very well saying you go and buy the live sessions. If you don't buy this now, you don't get that special bonus that we're giving away. And make sure you download your download. Yep.
So we're about to, but that's great. We're about to close this off. Put in the word download to download this. Go to asmnow.com/get-bonus to learn more about this. We hope to see you inside. We love working with our members. We love seeing our members succeed. We love becoming friends with our members. Please, please, please consider joining before the doors close on Friday. If you're really serious, join today, because you're going to get this great bonus. Bet on yourself. That's one of the badges we give you when you join. Bet on yourself right now. There's no reason why this couldn't be you. There's no reason why you couldn't be a next success story for us. We give you everything you need. All you have to do is take action and ask for help when you need help. Take care of yourself. Have a wonderful, wonderful Saturday. Make sure you put the word download in to get that download. And please, 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 if you want to take this bonus, go to asmnow.com/get-bonus, and we'll be seeing you later.